Alright, so it's going from bad to really worse for CD Projekt Red. What's up everybody, welcome back to some more Cyberpunk gameplay and news. It seems that following yesterday's data breach, now the hacker has taken the first steps in leaking the source codes for CD Projekt Red's games. Of course, starting with Gwent, which was leaked online earlier today, and it seems that this is going to continue every single day. The leaker has claimed that they will release more source codes for more games every single day, including some documents in there too. So let's discuss that in this video, as well as TakeTwo CEO talking about Cyberpunk 2077, as well as what they should have done to release the game in a more proper state. So if you enjoyed this video at any point, it would be super awesome if you left a like on it, and let's jump right into it. But let's get started with Gwent, because this is pretty big. So Cyberpunk 2077 maker CD Projekt Red has Gwent source code leaked after ransomware attack. So yeah, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about the data breach, the fact that the leaker has claimed that they would eventually release the entire source code for this game online, and this is the first step that they have taken in order to do that. We even have a few screenshots right here with the entire download and everything inside of it, like the assets, pretty much everything regarding the game. So the Gwent leak on February 10, a link to an archive on Mega MZ was posted but soon made inactive. However, we found and downloaded a copy from another forum, and it seems the leak was shared on 4chan as well. And below you can see the game source files in the archive, and here they are. There's quite a ton of it. Pretty much everything has been posted online, but this archive was labeled as the first of the leaks and included a readme file claiming that the next part of the leak will appear a day later. From the metadata, it seems that the hack, and specifically the exfiltration of data or data transfer to a different storage, happened on pretty much the 6th of November, so quite a few days before. Basically, it was last week. Yeah, it was on Saturday, and they only made this, they only made CD Projekt Red aware of this on the 9th or on the 8th, so a couple of days later. Here you can see the Gwent and the readme file that pretty much says so. So next release is tomorrow, which has been noted in that readme file, which is pretty big. I mean, they are definitely going like balls in, going all out against CD Projekt Red. It seems that this is a pretty big attack, and I'm not really sure how CD Projekt Red is going to pull this off, given the fact that they are going to release more of this stuff tomorrow. But the post author has previously posted on the hacking forum on topics detailing Cobalt Strike, which is an open source ransomware source code, and various tutorials and links about exploits, privilege escalations, and cryptography. And this would be consistent with the knowledge, tools, and skills required a launch of a ransomware attack. So it's very likely that, yeah, they've used this Cobalt Strike program, or whatever it is, these tools in order to steal the data from CD Projekt Red. But Cobalt Strike is one of the most common post-exploitation tools to perform ransomware attacks after the initial breach. Cobalt Strike has beacons to create a consistent tunnel between the target and the attacker to deliver payloads, making it possible to exfiltrate the data and deliver a payload, which is, well, in this case, CryptoLocker, to encrypt the data, which, yeah, is also something that the hacker has mentioned, that they have encrypted CD Projekt Red servers, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that they have gone past that. It is most likely that the first part of the leaks originated from Hello Kitty ransomware operators' recent attacks on CD Projekt Red, during which their files were stolen and encrypted. So there you have it. Of course, it's still ongoing, by the way, even as the article notes. It's probably going to develop even more in the following days, tomorrow or today. I'm not really sure when that's gonna happen. If this goes according to schedule, the leaker is probably going to leak something regarding The Witcher 3 or maybe Cyberpunk 2077. Who knows? We already talked about the implications of this yesterday, if you want to go ahead and check out that video, but it's as serious as it gets, and maybe, who knows, maybe it's gonna help a little bit the modding scene if the source code for Cyberpunk 2077 gets leaked. But otherwise, it's probably going to be just trouble for the players, for the people who have these games installed, since this opens up a ton of roads towards a lot of exploits and possibly even hacking people's installations. But let's move over to another really big topic, because TakeTwo CEO says studios should always wait for perfection if possible, of course likely referring to Cyberpunk 2077's controller controversy, and that's true. Take-Two and Rockstar Games take years to develop and create masterpieces, but that is exactly the end product. GTA 5 was pretty much a masterpiece. The recent Red Dead Redemption 2, at least in the single-player campaign, was a masterpiece beyond anything, and if CD Projekt Red went with a similar route, maybe we were in a completely different kind of situation right now. But Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick has said that developers should always wait for perfection if possible, instead of releasing a game too early, which makes a total amount of sense. They're probably not going to release GTA 6 anytime soon, so it also makes sense for them. But during the publisher's most recent earnings call with investors, the CEO was asked about the current pace of AAA game development and sustainability with the recent controversy surrounding CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077, of course being a direct reference when it comes to not being able to meet expectations, especially on last-gen consoles. So of course we have the quote right here, and there's been a debate, I think, emerging in the industry about whether the current pace of AAA game development and sustainable, both I think for getting games out the door, and then the sense that live service are becoming more and more of an arms race in terms of who can put the most content out the quickest. There was a competing game that came out recently that was highly anticipated, where I think it was clear case that the studio's reach exceeding their grasp, was noted in the article right here. So according to Take-Two CEO, if perfection can be created, one should always wait to accomplish that instead of pushing a game out early. But I think the case that you're alluding to reflects the fact that you're always better served to wait for perfection if you can create perfection, the CEO has said, and all our labels are seeking perfection, and we don't always succeed, sometimes we fall short, but that's the goal. And if anything in these times cause us to sharpen our minds further and sharpen our discipline further and try harder, is what he notes. And he then also references the fact that Rockstar Games is still pretty much pushing out content and DLCs for games like Grand Theft Auto Online and Red Dead Online, though I will mention that this is not for the single player campaigns. They have pretty much ignored their single player campaigns for both of these games, just to go over the online ones, since it's obvious that those generate a lot more money. But at the same time, they are also taking their time with these DLCs so that they can bring the highest quality possible. As it was said previously, they are always aiming for perfection. Maybe it would have not been such a bad idea for CD Projekt Red to follow a similar route, even though the game was announced 8 years ago. Development really only started after 2016 and mostly in 2017, so they could have probably done something better with that time. But at the same time, it's now in a situation where they're definitely losing on money, they're definitely seeing their stock prices drop, and who knows with these hacks right here where the situation is heading towards, because it definitely seems it's as real as it gets. But this is it with the entire ordeal. Of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated for that, so if you want to see more Cyberpunk related content, definitely go ahead, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.